I debated so hardcore about whether or not I was gonna wash my hair before filming this video, and washing my hair won because it was so bad. Even though I'm gonna jump in a pool in about half an hour, still washed my hair. You know when you're like on the fence about it and you're like, I'll just throw it up in a ponytail. And then the next day you're like, it's fine, I'll just throw in some more dry shampoo. And then the next day you're like, you know what, this isn't acceptable to go out in public. So my hair has just been washed. It's gonna look really great for this video, and then I'm gonna go jump in the pool, it's gonna be covered in chlorine, and then we're gonna have to wash it again. It's all good though, it's all good. We're gonna make it work. Hello everyone, I'm here today to share with you guys a new waterproof makeup tested video. I did two last year, one drugstore and one high-end, and I tested out a whole bunch of products and then jumped into my parents' pool to kind of test out if it was actually as waterproof as they claim it to be. So you can check out those videos in the card section in case you are interested, but today I'm going to be testing out new products for the most part, except for one. I could not find another option for this one particular product, but it's fine. It's fine. And today we're going to be splitting my face down the middle. We're going to do one side drugstore, one side high-end, and we're going to see if the high-end products are actually worth the price. If they actually last longer throughout the day, in the pool, if they wear better, or if the drugstore side is just as good. These aren't necessarily dupes because some of them are different formulas. Like for example, brows, I have a pomade and then I have a brow pencil. So they're not going to be dupes, but they're going to be just, I'm just splitting up my face because I had a lot of products that I wanted to test out today. But I hope you guys find this video helpful, and if you do, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. And without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, so now that we're zoomed in, first of all, I just want to state off the top that I don't wear this much makeup ever when I'm in the pool. Normally I don't wear any makeup when I'm in the pool. But you know what? We're gonna do all of the options here, and then you can kind of pick and choose whatever works best for you. So we're gonna start with two tinted moisturizers that are water resistant. One is by Physicians Formula. This is their Organic Wear Work It Marathonista Tinted Moisturizer, and we're gonna be comparing it to the Shiseido Urban Environment Tinted UV Protector. And I don't know where my headbands went. Alright, so let's start with the Physicians Formula side here. I always love the Physicians Formula packaging. It's always so pretty. It has to blend it out with your fingertips, so I guess I'll do that on both sides, maybe? I don't know. Whoa, that is more full coverage than I was anticipating. Well, that's good. No, you know what? I'm using a brush for this. The formula is very creamy. It's blending into the skin very nicely. It is giving pretty good coverage considering it's like a tinted moisturizer. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. By the way, all I have on my skin right now is moisturizer and some SPF, because that's what I would normally wear and that's what I would recommend wearing. Alright, so that is one side done, and now we're gonna go on to the Shiseido side. This one has a much lighter consistency. The Physicians Formula one was much creamier and thicker. So on first application, I really don't like how the Shiseido one is settling into the pores on my skin. Now granted, I didn't use a primer because I didn't want to switch up what the product was like sitting on my skin, and I couldn't find one that was water resistant, so I thought better to just like avoid it altogether. But the Shiseido one just seems to be, I don't know, like clumping up around that area a little bit. But from far away, it looks fine. Just as sort of a heads up. For concealer, we are going to be going in with the Benefit Boing Airbrush Concealer and another Physicians Formula product. This is the Twin Concealer, the 2-in-1 Cream Concealer. I wanted to choose two that were going to be fairly similar in coverage, and I believe these to be both medium coverage, I think. I've never used this one before, but I know the Boing one is for sure. So I felt that was going to be the fairest. There is a ton of really high coverage concealers from Sephora though, so check out the one I did last year. That was the high-end ones tested in case you're interested. Tons of really good ones out there. So we are going to do a little concealer. I find this one blends in fairly well. It does a fairly good job covering, but for like dark circles and stuff, I feel more comfortable having a like color corrector on underneath because this just isn't enough coverage for me personally. So there's one side, and now we're gonna go in with the Physicians Formula. By the way, I'm using my fingers to blend everything out just because I find like it gives me a little bit more coverage. All right, so both are on, and I'm gonna say that this round the Benefit one wins. I just like the effect it gives. The only downside is it's not full enough coverage for me to feel comfortable with the under eye area. I feel like I can still see some like balloonness under the eyes, so this isn't my favorite, but it is a good one if you don't need something that's full high coverage. I do like the effect. It is very like airbrushy to me, and I think it's a very smooth and easy product to work with, and I prefer it over this one for sure. Now I'm gonna go on to highlight, and to be honest, I couldn't find a water resistant highlight anywhere. So I'm just going to be going in with the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. This is in the shade, I think, Moonlight. But just because I felt like, oh, I'm already doing makeup, I might as well put on some highlight too. So I'm going to put that on one side of the face. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Liquid Highlight for the other side. I lied, I couldn't find the L'Oreal one anywhere. So we're going to use the Master Strobing Stick. This is by Maybelline. This does not work at all with a brush. There we go, let's put it on first. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna set everything down just a little bit with a tiny bit of powder. These aren't water resistant powders, but I haven't found water resistant powders. So I'm gonna use a high-end one and a drugstore one, drugstore one and a high-end one on my face. I'm going to be using the Too Faced powder, Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder, and I'm going to use the Coty Airspun on the other side. All right, now onto brows, and these are two entirely different types of brow products, but they're both waterproof, so I wanted to test them out and see how waterproof they are. One is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. This is in dark brunette, and I'm going to compare it to the Pretty Vulgar Rising Arc Pomade, and this is in Twisted Tail. Okay, brows are on, and now we're gonna go on to bronzer. This is the one product that I couldn't find anything new from the drugstore, so I'm going to use from the drugstore one that I used last time. It is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. It is their waterproof bronzing powder. Couldn't find anything else that was waterproof bronzer for the drugstore. I'm just saying, Rimmel, you have the entire category. And I'm going to be comparing it today to the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. This is their ultra natural and waterproof bronzer. And I use the shade 10M, whatever that means. Oh my gosh, that's the coolest texture ever. Can you guys see that? Because that is awesome. It's like super wavy and it's got all these like grooves in it. Oh, that is so cool. So first I'm gonna make sure that I have no extra bronzer on my brush to start out with. If you guys watch Thursday's video, you'll know what I'm talking about. I think it's nice to just, even if you don't want a ton of coverage, but you want to seem a little bit bronzy and glowy, just throwing on a bit of bronzer and maybe some mascara and you're good. But everyone's a little bit different on what they want to apply to their face, and that's what's so great about makeup, is it is completely customizable. All right, and again, wiping off my brush and going in with the other one. And I'm not going to do any blush today. I'm just going to use bronzer because I feel like, again, I didn't want to go too excessive today. Just slightly extra, you know? But I feel like bronzer is like very summery and feels like if I was going to choose one or the other, I'd probably choose bronzer. So that is what we're going to go with. Now my lashes are curled and we're going to go on to a little bit of eyeliner. And I'm going to be testing out the difference between the Marc Jacobs Highliner one. This is in Earthquake versus the Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer. Oh no. Look what I did, everyone. Yep, we all make mistakes. It's fine, we'll clean it up. And now for mascara, we are obviously going to be choosing waterproof mascaras. So on the high-end side, I'm going to be testing out the Dior Overcurl, their iconic one. And then on the drugstore side, I'm going to be testing out a new mascara. This is by Maybelline. It is their Lash Sensational Curvitude Waterproof Mascara. And both of them have sort of that curved brush, so I felt like they would be fairly similar, I would think, in application, but we'll see what the formulas are like. And we'll see what they look like on the eyeballs. By the way, I love when the mascara wand comes separately and like you get to like hold it when it doesn't have any mascara on it. So am I the only one that thinks that's cool? So I'll start with the drugstore mascara, just kind of curious what this one is like. So ignoring the fact that I have smudge mascara all over my lids, this is what one coat of mascara looks like. I like it, like personally, I think that looks really pretty. So while the mascara dries on my lids so I can kind of remove it, I'm gonna go on to the other side. I have to say, I'm not really liking the formula on the Dior side. The formula is very dry. Like it's really hard for me to like comb it through my lashes. Like I'm really like struggling here. It's not very easy to do. So I'm worried how this is gonna layer if it's already so difficult to get it onto my lashes in the first place. So that is one coat of Dior, one coat of Maybelline, and I'm going to say for myself that I think I like the Maybelline side better. I don't know, Ed and Rachel, do you have an opinion? Which side do you think looks best? I'm gonna add a thin second coat of both mascaras because I'm kind of curious how they're going to layer and how dramatic it's going to get. And we'll see what the result is. All right, so that's 2 coats on my eyes. I like the Maybelline side better, both for the price and also the formula and how it looks on my eyes. I just think it's blacker and it looks better and applied easier. I just think it's the better mascara in this case. And lastly is the lip product. And this is the only part of this look that's gonna probably look a little bit odd because I thought these colors would be a lot more similar than they actually are. But you know what? We're gonna go with it. testing purposes, you know. So on the Drugstore side, I'm going to be testing out the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick on one side, and then on the other side, the Vice Liquid Lipstick in the shade Back Talk. All right, so that is the NYX color on one side. I really like it. This is the shade Soft Spoken, by the way. Really pretty color. I love it. I'm really excited about that one. And we are going to compare it to this Vice shade. All right, so there are the lipsticks on the lips. It's not terrible, but they're obviously not the same. They're not a dupe color tone wise, but they're both supposed to be waterproof liquid lipstick, so I thought I would test it out. So yeah, so now we are done the entire look, and I've tested out a whole bunch of products here, so now we're gonna go and jump in the pool. Wish me luck, everyone. Hopefully this goes well. All right, so going into the pool. Pool is behind me. I just want to show you guys what the makeup looked like before I go in. So I have a very clear kind of before and after. So now let's go to the pool. Okay, now we are out of the pool, and I want to show you guys what my makeup looked like right now. And to be honest, it's not great. So right underneath, like my concealer and everything has completely broken up on both sides. That might be because it is water resistant and not waterproof. The foundation has rubbed off. Again, it's a tinted moisturizer, but on the Shiseido side, I've noticed it's mostly gone, but the Physicians Formula seems to still be on. And then the lip product, it's holding up pretty well. It's starting to fade in patches on both sides. But they seem to still be there, so that's good. And then the mascara seems to be holding up well on both sides, but the liner, definitely not. You can see it like smudged underneath my eyes like crazy. So, I mean, overall on both sides, I wasn't overly impressed with either of them. And I think I had better success last year, so check out those videos because, I don't know, man, not feeling my makeup right now. Okay, don't mind me, just filming a wrap-up on my phone because all of my footage is currently uploading to my computer. I don't know why I didn't film an outro, but I didn't. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and that's everything. I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing week so far, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Love you, girls. Mwah.